Yo, what is up, you guys? So, I was recently going through my Instagram and I saw this article from this one account. And like it was a post actually, and they were talking about what Zack Snyder's original plans were for his Justice League trilogy. So, I, I came across this post and I just found it fucking hilarious, in my opinion. Like, just the potential story that he was gonna go with. Now, I'm a big fan of Zack Snyder, and I love Man of Steel, and I'm excited for the Snyder Cut as well. But I mean, seeing this post, it makes me think, shit, maybe they were right to kind of interfere with some of his scripts and his early drafts. Don't tell Javante I said that. Hopefully, he's sleeping right now, so uh, I didn't want him to be in this video because I didn't want him to hear him say "I told you so" many times. But here, let me read this out to you. So, in the original trilogy of Justice League, it is revealed that Lois gives birth to Bruce's son, who later becomes Batman. So when Lois and Bruce think Clark died, yeah. So all right, so let me put this in the best possible way. When Lois and Bruce think Clark died, at the end of Batman v Superman from Doomsday, they get close while trying to catch Lex, and Lois gets impregnated. Later on in the second movie, when Darkseid kills Lois, she vaporizes without letting anyone know who the kid belonged to, until the end of the final film where the Flash goes back in time to tell Lois the child belongs to Bruce. When Bruce hears this news, he pushes Lois out of the way of the Omega beams and he dies, letting Lois know he could have had a life outside of the cave with her. And when Lois tells Clark the child belongs to Bruce, he accepts it and they both take care of the child and name him Bruce. 20 years later, Barbara Gordon tells Lane to let the kid know who this real father is, to let the kid know who his real father is. She takes the boy to the Bat Cave, and he's informed with everything that happened. And from the shadows comes the new Batman. Okay, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. This shit would have been ass. Like, this sounds terrible. Like, it just raises so many questions. I'm glad. Like, even if Zack Snyder gets, like, let's say the Snyder Cut of Justice League, gets a good reception and he ends up getting the rest of his trilogy, I hope he leaves this shit out because this just makes no sense to me. I mean, I understand Bruce and Lois, they had a little fling, especially if you watch the Superman animated series. There was a little episode or two where when they had Batman and Superman in it, and Bruce Wayne was dating Lois Lane. So, I mean, they've definitely had moments like that before, but this seems so forced, and it's just terrible. Here's my thing. So, Diana, because I thought DC was, shipping, especially how Batman vs. Superman was. I thought, DC was going to ship the whole Bruce and Diana relationship if they ever went deeper into that in the future. But my thing is, Diana lost Steve Trevor, what, 50 years ago? And she ain't been with a man since. I don't think I mean, maybe she has, maybe she hasn't, but I mean, how Wonder Woman 84 was like, it seemed like, she wasn't, getting any in the past 50 years. So you tell me that Lois Lane loses Clark Kent, loses Superman, and within, because he was what, dead for like maybe 6 months, maybe a year at most, year and a half, year and a half at most. We'll say that. Year and a half at most. And she ends up fucking Bruce Wayne and getting pregnant. This shit seems ridiculous. Huh. I'm just, what? You see how it doesn't make sense to me? I mean, Lois gives it up within a year and a half to the man who tried to kill your boyfriend in Batman v Superman. You know, before the whole Martha thing. And you end up fucking Bruce Wayne and getting pregnant by him? No, 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 no. Zach, yeah, this one stays in the drafts, man. I hope. I don't know what you were thinking with this storyline. There, like, and that's the thing. Like Zack Snyder, there are a few of his pitches where I kind of understand where Warner Brothers comes from. Now, I like after seeing like the Snyder cut and like the trailers and the clips that we've seen the past couple of days. I still don't understand why Warner Brothers decided to cut all this shit out of the movie. But there are some things where maybe Warner Brothers would address and tell Zack that, hey, this ain't the best idea. You know, this isn't the best idea. Another one that I thought was too far fetched was Zack Snyder changing, you know, the death of Robin. In his version, he made Dick Grayson die by the Joker. In my opinion, I just don't know why you would change it. Why change Jason Todd dying to Dick Grayson? Like, what was the point of that? So yeah, it's just moments like that that made me question that. I'm not a fool person that just will completely hate the guy and be like, you know, he can't write for shit. I think Zack Snyder is very creative and very good when it comes to his writing. The best way to describe it, you know, let's put it this way. Because Man of Steel, good movie. I loved it. I will say this. I probably have said this many times. I love Man of Steel. Thought it was a great movie. Thought it was well written. Thought it was a great coming of age origin story, superhero story. But, you know, one of the great things that Zack Snyder had when it came to Man of Steel was having a guy like Christopher Nolan as one of his producers. So I think it helps when, you know, Zack Snyder is coming up with a story and he has a writer or, a producer who can come in and kind of help him, you know, deflect ideas, you know, bounce ideas off each other and then tell him like, oh, Zach, I don't think this should go here. I don't think, you know, this would make much sense. So, yeah. So he'll knock Zach off his original story, but at the end of the day, the story still remains the same. Like, he'll knock him off some ideas, but the story will stay on its course. Now, when you attach a man like Jeff Johns or John Bird or any of, you know, the people, especially with the Justice League movie, when you attach someone like that who comes in, and this is Zack Snyder's original script, they completely knock this shit off course, and you get a whole different fucking movie and everything beyond that. So that's just my takeaway from it. But yeah, this is ridiculous. I came across it, and I just wanted y'all to share my thoughts on it. I think it's fucking crazy storyline. I hope they don't. I'm glad they don't have it going right now, and I hope they don't use this storyline because I don't like the fact that Batman dies at the end of this, but I guess, you know, Zack Snyder's Justice League trilogy was to eventually come to an end, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of this. I'm being 100. I'm not a fan of this. But, I mean, hey, we don't know what he has in or, you know, what we don't know what this idea is. I mean, for all I know, this could be fake. This could be a fake article, a fake source. You know, I just saw it, thought I'd like to share my thoughts. For all I know, Zack Snyder never even thought of this shit. But if he did, hopefully, you know, it's burned in the drafts, never to come out again. But, wow, that's interesting. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts on Zack Snyder's, apparently Zack Snyder's storyline for his Justice League arc. And let me know down in the comment section whether you like this idea or not. And what are your thoughts? So if you like this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. But that's all. All right, deuces.